Okay, cool. So, one thing I've noticed, I've been watching horror movies a lot these last couple of months. I've been watching them since I was like 6 years old, maybe. I think the first one I remember watching was Piranha or Leprechaun. But since maybe March, where I started watching the Silent Hill games, I've pretty much been desensitized and I've been able to watch horror movies without any sort of problem by myself. I watch it one after the other all night. It doesn't affect me pretty much. Very few affect me in a way that would make me feel uneasy. And one thing I've noticed in most of these abduction movies, like not so much a sequester or a kidnapping as it is, oh, I'm traveling through the middle America because I'm a sexy teenager, or I'm going with my girlfriend, or we're going on a road trip, typical slasher flick style, that when there is a situation like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or The Hitcher, people don't hold on to their weapons. Like, for example, if you're a chick and you just happen to escape the torture chamber that you were in and the guy's looking for you, you happen to hide in the right place and find a Bowie knife. You use it to kill one of the many villains, or to at least attack the only one. Failed to kill him for some reason. You didn't decide to continue stabbing him again and again and again, because slitting your throat apparently in these kind of movies isn't enough. And in the next scene, you're walking away from the place, still hiding because you hear someone calling for you, and you have nothing. Why? Why? In any video game where you're playing a situation that's a horror-based or anything similar to that, you don't throw away the gun when you run out of bullets. You keep it until you find more bullets, or even if you don't, you can. Some games even let you use it at the butt of the gun just to beat the crap out of people. You use what you can get. You find a guitar lying down in a zombie game. What do they do in Left 4 Dead? They pick it up and smash the shit out of the zombies with it. And they don't drop it until they find either a better weapon or a more optimal weapon. Regardless, it is uncanny how that fills in plot holes for several movies. Like, I'm watching this one. What's this one called? Savage County. It's a B movie. It's not bad. It's a typical movie. It's a little boring towards the end. Typical abduction and sequester movie, like I said before. And the girl escaped. One of the girls escaped. I'm not going to ruin it in case you actually do see it, which most of you have never even heard of it or never will hear it, because it's one of those movies you can only find online. And she slits this fat guy's throat. The next scene, she's walking out of the house thinking, I just gotta get, oh wait, what the fuck is that? And it's like the second main bad guy in the story is screaming for her outside. He's like 10 feet away. She had the knife. She could have easily creeped up behind him and slit his throat. He was completely unarmed. It was just a guy versus a girl. She gives him the upper hand, but with a knife. I don't understand what's the problem with hurting someone when you have a knife. You know what I mean? Yeah, I understand there's always the chance of not stabbing them, but just keep slicing. You'll have a better shot than just waiting for the right moment if you don't know how to handle a knife. Regardless, that was just something I had to get off my chest. It was just driving me insane. I've noticed it so much lately.